Hey guys, so for a while it's been cool to say Fortnite is dying. There is numerous videos made about it and it's always a response on the Fortnite related tweets. Well, in this video I'm going to show you the opposite point of view and why Fortnite isn't a dying game. What's up guys, it's Makai Typhoon here, and before we get into this video, if you could please make sure if you enjoy my content to subscribe down below and of course click the like button. I just want to say thank you so much for everyone who has supported so far. We're not that far off 250 subscribers at the time of recording this video, which is insane. You guys are doing amazing. Keep on subscribing, keep on liking the videos and helping me out, and I'll see you in the video. Okay, so the first thing that you have to look at when you're looking at a dying game is of course the player base of the game. Now Fortnite don't actually release the stats on the player base of the game, but there's a few ways that we can actually see how many players are still playing Fortnite. So take a look at this tweet from Fortnite, and this is from the last Galactus event, which was on December 2nd. Now basically this says that there was 15.3 million concurrent players that joined forces in the biggest event ever. So Fortnite literally broke records with this in-game event, and this was on December the 2nd. And you see that's 15.3 million people at the same time either watching or playing Fortnite. Now that is certainly not a sign of a dead game if you ask me. And then if we go even further back and we go back to April 24th, 2020, you can see with this Travis Scott in-game concert, there was 12.3 million concurrent players at this event. And that was an all-time record at the time until the Galactus event. I mean, that just shows if back on April 20th, there was 12.3 million and that grew for the Galactus event to over 15 million people. This game is certainly not dying. If anything, it's potentially even getting better. Now, if you compare these numbers possibly back to 2017, 2018, yes, the numbers won't be as high, but I don't think this game is dying based on these numbers. And if that wasn't enough proof, then let's just head on to our next point. Now this point, it stems from when Fortnite were having their dispute with Apple, which I believe is still going on, and basically there was a lawsuit filed back in August. And in this lawsuit, there was a screenshot taken, which I'm now showing on the screen. And in this screenshot, it says the daily average users numbered approximately 2.5 million daily iOS players, representing nearly 10% of Fortnite's total daily average players. Now, as you can see from that, it says that the daily average users were 2.5 million for iOS, and that represents 10% of Fortnite's total average. And what is 10% that makes 2.5 million? It is of course 25 million. So from this lawsuit and from this little bit here, we can actually tell that there's still 25 million daily users playing Fortnite every single day. Now this was obviously going to be affected from iOS being taken off the Apple Store, but even so, 25 million, even if that went down to 20 million players, it's not a dying game if they've got 20 million people playing it every single day. Okay, the next thing that we need to talk about is of course viewing numbers. Now I'm taking these statistics from twitchtracker.com, and basically for the last week, Fortnite is at number 4 for average viewers. And in terms of actual games, I would say it's number 3 because Just Chatting is at the top, and that's not really actually a game. So Fortnite is still pulling in viewer numbers in the top 3 of games, and that is mainly due to the resurgence of Grand Theft Auto, which has 184,000, so 40,000 more viewers than Fortnite itself. Now the reason this is so incredible is because a lot of people say that the game is dying because a lot of the big streamers have left Fortnite. Well, the numbers show that the viewership is still there for the current streamers on Fortnite. So there's many big streamers who are playing Fortnite itself, and just because some of the so-called big streamers left doesn't mean that the game's dying. There are still many content creators and of course professional players who are streaming Fortnite to big numbers. And to top this off, this hasn't even been a month where there's actually been that many real competitive events. There's been a few cash cups, a few hype nights and things like that, but there's huge viewer numbers even on a month without anything really big happening. The final thing to say on viewership is just look at the numbers that some of these big YouTubers like Fresh, like McCreamy, like Lachlan are still pulling in whilst playing Fortnite. For a dying game, they would not be able to pull in some of the numbers they are, and whilst it's not the same as it used to be, this game is definitely still on top in 2021. Okay, so now we've covered the player base, the next thing that we need to cover is the revenue. Because of course, a drop or a rise in revenue kind of It shows you if a game is dying or not. So Fortnite don't actually release their specific revenue each year, but Epic Games as a whole company do. So we're actually forced to take our data from a company called Superdata. Now, Superdata's description from their website goes like this. So it's founded by veteran game industry researchers. Superdata is the world's leading provider of market intelligence. Superdata offers quantitative and qualitative insights on free-to-play games, digital console, mobile, PC downloadable, streaming media, and video game content, esports, and virtual reality. So Superdata don't have a huge amount of data on the actual revenue from Fortnite that they've released publicly on their website, but one screenshot that I did find was this one here, which is top grossing titles by category ranked by December 2020 earnings. And as you can see, there's Fortnite on PC at number 8, on console at number 5, and of course they're not in mobile because of their dispute with Apple. If they were, they would probably be very close to the top, if not probably top 3 for mobile, because they make a huge amount of sales on mobile when they can. So what does this actually prove? Well, this proves that Fortnite is still making a huge amount of revenue, which means people are still spending a lot of money on this game. And if people are spending money on the game, then the game will certainly not die, because Epic will continue to pump money into a game if they're making money from the game. And that will move on to our next point, where we talk about the competitive scene. And now we come on to the final point of this video, and this is the most important point, and I think the main reason as to why this game is certainly not dying, and that is the competitive scene of Fortnite. Fortnite competitive is absolutely huge. I think the best evidence for this is looking at the FNCS Trio final in the EU and looking at Mongrel's stream. He managed to drop 130,000 viewers, which just shows how much interest there is in the competitive scene and of course the game itself, because if Mongrel himself, just one player, is able to drop that many viewers on one stream, that is absolutely insane for any game, and is certainly proof that this is not a dying game. Sticking with the competitive scene, another thing to mention is the prize pools. Now, Epic have actually increased the prize pool for the FNCS by 3 million for 2021, which is incredible and is another sign that this game isn't dying, because why would they increase the prize pool by so much if they were making less revenue, if people were getting less interested in the game? They would use those profits elsewhere in the company, maybe with a different game, or perhaps on the Epic's game store itself. So I suppose that the argument for this could be that they're putting up more money for the FNCS because they're putting less up for cash cups every week. But in my opinion, it's still crazy that they're doing 2 cash cups every week and putting up money for all of these in multiple different regions. The last thing that I'm going to say about competitive Fortnite is that it gives people an incentive to play the game. There are so many people, and I'm sure the people who watch my videos and many other Fortnite videos, who just play the game because they want to grind it as much as possible and do as well in comp as they can. And it's a way for Epic to keep people on the game, both playing and of course viewing, because the viewing numbers are absolutely huge on competitive as well. So competitive is the thing that will give this game longevity, just like it has with many other titles. And I think Epic are doing a really good job at using this to keep this game relevant. So I just want to conclude this video with these final points, and that is that Fortnite is definitely significantly less popular than it was back in 2018. But that was always to be expected when a game's seen such a level of mainstream success. However, the numbers of players watching events, the daily player base, and the fact that it still has super high levels of revenue shows that Fortnite is far from dying, and the resurgence of the comp scene will keep many of these players around. And that's it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, please make sure you leave a like down below, click the subscribe button, turn the notification bell on, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.